So, you're looking for a foolproof ratatouille recipe, or a simple vegetable side dish to go with a barbecue, or maybe just a way to use up some of that summer harvest of yours. Well, stick around for this simple ratatouille recipe where I share all my tips and tricks straight out of Provence. Ratatouille is the culinary ambassador of Provence. It's a favorite with vegetarians and dieters because there's nothing in it but vegetables. Yet somehow it's managed to escape the stigma associated with vegetable dishes. Even kids and meat and potato types will eat it. Start by chopping the eggplants and onions into bite-sized pieces. Ratatouille is simple, but not all ratatouille is created equal. There are definitely schools of thought on the dish. Some people cook the vegetables separately and mix them at the end. Others actually prefer to chop the vegetables finely, throw them together in the pot, and cook them covered into an unidentifiable slimy brown mush. As you may have guessed, I'm not of either school. Heat some olive oil in a large pot and add the chopped eggplant and onion. So while the eggplant is starting to cook down, it's time to cut your peppers. For this recipe I use green, yellow, and red. If I'm doubling the recipe and I can find some orange bell peppers, I'll throw those in too. I like the vegetables to retain some of their chunk and bite and appetizing colors. So I've worked out this easy recipe in which you throw them into the pot as you cut them. But in a certain order, which I'll list below. You've obviously already seen the eggplants go in. Now the peppers. The idea is that the densest are cooked enough, but the softest don't turn to mush. And the idea is that as the vegetables cook down in order, it leaves room enough for the other vegetables to be added to the bunch, because otherwise, if you throw everything in at one time, you need a really big pot. Now add the peppers, and again Give it a really good stir. Okay, so now, like the other vegetables, you want to cut the zucchini down into bite-sized pieces. Now for the last of the vegetables, we've got the tomatoes. Try to use roma if you can find them, they're meatier. And the sempiternal Provençal garlic. I prefer to crush the garlic. Supposedly it's much healthier that way, it activates some of the enzymes. So I just add the crushed garlic to the tomatoes. We don't put the garlic in the beginning because it loses some of its taste. We want to preserve all of that flavor, so we're putting it in last with the tomatoes. Do cut any bitter green bit off the garlic. Some people don't do well with it. So now, after mixing your mix, add in the tomatoes and garlic. And stir well once again. Oh, and it fits just perfectly. I was a little concerned. I thought I did it in a bigger pot last time. Last but not least, add herbs. Normally, you'd add a little herbe de Provence, herbs of Provence. I didn't have any, so I'm using what herbs I have on hand, namely basil, rosemary, and wild thyme. I'll put the basil leaves in as they are. The wild thyme and rosemary, I'll stick in a little tea bag, just to keep them intact, so I'll be able to take them out afterward. I find cooked vegetables pretty salty on their own, so I don't add salt. I just leave it up to my guests to salt as they like. Now turn down the heat and leave the pot uncovered so the juices evaporate and the vegetables caramelize. Just don't let them brown. Cook about an hour and a half and up to 3 according to how firm you like your vegetables. Be sure to check on them regularly. So, there you have it. Ratatouille is as good served cold with a round of goat cheese on a hot summer day as it is served hot with meat and potatoes when the night temperatures start to drop. So, let everyone know how you plan to serve your ratatouille in the comments below. And see you next time. Oh, all likes are greatly appreciated. Thanks. See you next time.